So, I just got to be a hobbit for a week. Yeah, I didn't know that that was on my bucket list, but it was, and now it's checked off. Although it's back on the bucket list to do again next year because I want to do this every year. How did I get to be a hobbit for a week? Well, I'm glad you asked. This past week, I attended the Brandywine Festival, the first event like this in the United States. It was in Kentucky. It was an amazing time. I'll just briefly go over what the Brandywine Festival was before we get into this video, which is really just going to be about everything I wore to the Brandywine Festival, hobbit core style, and how I am planning to continue to dress like a hobbit in my day-to-day life because it is extremely cozy and whimsical and just all around amazing. So, the Brandywine Festival, here's my crinkled up map. It is an immersive event, a live action role playing event that is themed around the idea of the Brandywine Festival. So, like hobbits coming in from all corners of the Shire to celebrate together. There's festivities. It's definitely not your typical LARP, although I've never been to a typical LARP before. This was my first event like this. And it was a lot of people's first LARPing experience, so I was not alone, and everyone was just so ridiculously nice and supportive. The vibes and the interactions with the people were like 100 out of 10, like so good. Anyway, we got to go on little adventures, we got to eat yummy hobbity foods, just in general meet a lot of fun hobbits and hang out and watch the stars and have fires, and it was just absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to go again next year. So without further ado, we are in my spare room, which has my closet full of hobbity clothes, and I'm going to show you everything I wore. I'll have some pictures up on the screen of my actual outfits, and then we'll talk about how you can dress like a hobbit too, whether you plan on going to the Brandywine Festival or just want to dress more like a hobbit in your day-to-day life, as you should. So, outfit number one. This is what I wore on the first day of the Brandywine Festival, and I will take you through each item and kind of where I got it and all of that. Pants, I got from Goodwill. Technically, my grandma got them for me from Goodwill, and they're actually perfect length, but I wanted them to be shorter for more of a hobbity look, so I had my grandma hem them for me. I had this kind of really more piratey looking shirt, but I knew I was gonna wear it under something like the vest, and this is also from Goodwill. It worked out good. I just really loved like the puffy sleeves, and then this vest I just got from my partner's closet. And then I had this really cute bandana with mushrooms on it that I got at an artisan market near me. And then just some accessories. I have that like fake leather backpack. I can't remember. I think I might have gotten that on Amazon a long time ago. Not totally sure. But then I had this bag, which has been super handy. I used it for my water bottle. So basically my grandma made this for me out of some, I don't know, fabric. And she sewed on this little button, and yeah, it just loops over, and it fit my water bottle plus like my wallet and a couple other things like perfectly. And then she just found this strap for it for like $1 at Goodwill. So yeah, that was like a must have, something to carry water. Amazing. And then last but not least, a belt. This is just an older leather belt that I got from my grandma's closet. And it was awesome because it had these like little loops in it, and I could attach my little drawstring bag and anything else I just wanted to attach, like a lantern or anything. Actually, I got this lantern at the Brandywine Festival, and it's so cute and I love it, and so I would attach this to this belt also. So yeah, that's the first outfit. Obviously I'm wearing shoes. I just got some like brown minimalist shoes that tie. I like am really picky about footwear, so I just got those just because they kind of fit like the color scheme Normally in real life, I do go barefoot a lot or wear my barefoot sandals, so that's a little more hobbity, because hobbits don't really wear shoes. There was lots of poison ivy and hiking and things going on, so I did not want to have my feet exposed a lot of the time. Outfit number 2. I am wearing the pants currently, but they're just like some linen pants that I found on Goodwill at Goodwill like the day before I was about to leave because I really needed another pair of pants. And then this shirt is this really cute purple top that I found at Goodwill, and I love it so much. I really love like the kind of old-fashioned sleeves that have like the button. I just really love this detail so much for some reason. Yes, I love this top, definitely a favorite. And then I had my like corset top over it, which I got on Amazon last year. I just had this belt again, which I wore every day because it was so handy for attaching all my things. And then I also carried around my tin whistle in my water bottle bag. And it was very useful because I ended up trading songs on my tin whistle for things like cider and trinkets and whatnot. Outfit number 3. I strategically saved this outfit for the third one so that I could have my skirt for all the dancing. We danced every day, but the third day was definitely the most dancing, and it was so much fun. For the shirt, I have this really long shirt, which is the other reason I wore it under my skirt because it didn't matter how long it was, with these super fun puffy sleeves. Oh my gosh. And yeah, this was another Goodwill find. This shirt would probably be like extra large or something, I don't know, but a Goodwill hack is don't just look in your size. Look in all the sizes because you never know what cool stuff you'll find. I'm always just out there searching for like the linen fabrics and just like looking for the specific fabric that I want, no matter what size, if it's in the men's, women's, whatever, just keep an open mind. And then over top of it, I had, again, my corset top and my mushroom bandana, and then of course my skirt. I wore this for my Day in the Life of Emily Bronte writing video, and I just love this skirt so much. It twirls because it has so much fabric, it twirls so well. I got this from, I think the company's called Linen Naive. Their stuff is really well made. It's definitely pricier because it's like actual linen and it is very well made. This skirt has pockets. Yeah, I just love it so much. And then I wore this belt again and a skirt hike. I have 2 of these, but I just put one on, and I think I just used it for, we went on a hike, so I put my skirt up in it, and then it was also handy for just attaching things to my belt. I can't find it, but I also wore this like knitted scarf thing that was like really big, so I used it as a shawl for warmth, and then also this sweater that I knitted this past year. It's a little rough, but it was my first time ever knitting a sweater and only my second thing I ever knitted, so it's just really, it fits the aesthetic because it's handmade and wool, so it was perfect for the hobbit aesthetic. So now for dressing like a hobbit in our day-to-day lives, the biggest thing I think is to go with natural fabrics, linen, cotton, whatever, and handmade, knitted looking things. Even if it's not, this is probably not handmade, but it's a sweater and it's cute and it's cozy. So yeah, the outfit that I'm wearing right now is a very, very casual, not a lot going on outfit that somewhat hobbit core. Oh, the other thing I forgot to point out that I wore every day, I think, and I'm wearing right now are these little mushroom earrings. They're so cute. I love them. So yeah, any like fun little accessories like that have to do with like coziness or nature, gardening specifically. Hobbits love gardening and being cozy by the fire, drinking tea, smoking their pipe. So anything to do with that hobbit core, you're good to go. Another thing that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for are some vests. My friend has a really cute knitted vest and that I'd love to find something like, or just any kind of vests and like wearing them open for a more casual look or buttoned up for a more sophisticated hobbit look. And then the other thing that I'm going to be looking for at Goodwill are some corduroy pants, and then you like roll up the bottoms to give it that slightly more Bilbo Baggins, Frodo Baggins aesthetic. And then obviously for your more femme hobbit look, anything with your longer skirt, maybe an apron, cozy sweaters, button downs, anything with a little like embroidery, especially if it's floral. Yeah, and any kind of cute nature handmade accessories. Hobbits love trinkets, and that brings me to the last little part of this video. I just wanted to show you some of the trinkets that I received at the festival, and maybe that'll give you some ideas. But one thing that was so fun at the festival that I think should maybe be included more in our everyday life is just like so many people brought these little like handmade or just whatever things to hand out that were just small little trinkets, and it was just such an easy way to be like, hey, you look so cute, what's your name? My name is Juniper Burrows. That was my actual hobbit name. I made this and I wanted to give you one, and then they'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, here, I made this and I want to give you one. And it very much is in like the hobbit lore. On every hobbit's birthday, they would give gifts to everyone. And so instead of receiving gifts, you'd give out gifts on your birthday. And so like everyone was getting and giving gifts all the time, and like, but they were always just like small little things. It wasn't like extravagant things, and it was fine to give gifts that you received, like give them back out and just like keep spreading the love, you know. So here's just a few trinkets that I received to give you some ideas. This is a little like handmade clover, and this one is a little leaf, super cute. And then this painted mushroom, I love it so much. A little acorn thing. A lot of people were doing buttons, which is cute. So this is a vintage button. This one with a little design on it. Another one, this one might be my favorite. A friendship potato, of course. Hobbits love potatoes, so anything to do with potatoes is always hobbit core. I was handing out, so my hobbit, Juniper Burrows, is a writer. So I decided to write these little poems. And so I had the poem here and my name, Juniper Burrows, and then I put my actual information handles on the back so that we could connect after the festival. Actually, why don't I just read you this poem? Tea beside the crackling fire, dew reflecting morning sun, round plump pumpkins in your patch, a hobbit's heart's a simple one. And then I had one other one that I was handing out as well, but this is the one that I have right now. And real quick, this is the bag that I was using to keep my trinkets in and to collect other trinkets and just have a handy bag attached to my belt. So I think that's all for this video. Let me know if you are now planning on attending the Brandywine Festival or just planning on dressing like a hobbit in your day-to-day life. I would love to know. Also, if you were at the festival, please, please, please say something. I miss it so much, and chances are we ran into each other because I think I ran into everyone at least once, if not several times. I wish you a cozy, hobbity day and the rest of the fall season. Bye.